Today we will build a modern house. JJ, look at how cool he is. I already want to see it ready, so I'm the first to run to the construction site.
Hey, Mikey, slow down. If we follow all the steps together and don't miss anything, we can easily build this modern house. Get to work soon. Special construction.
I decide to begin with one of my favorite outdoor features, a modern swimming pool. Before I can add any water, I need strong walls that will define its shape, so I carefully build them from ice blocks. Ice is an excellent choice because its smooth texture blends naturally with modern architecture, and its slightly transparent appearance makes the entire pool feel cleaner and brighter than ordinary stone or concrete. Many luxury homes use reflective materials around pools because sunlight bouncing off smooth surfaces creates a fresh, elegant atmosphere throughout the yard. Even though these blocks are frozen, they give the illusion of crystal clear glass, which fits perfectly with the minimalist style I'm aiming for. One interesting fact is that modern swimming pools are often designed first as geometric shapes before any decorative details are added. Architects usually focus on clean lines and simple proportions because these timeless forms remain attractive for decades. By finishing the ice walls first, I'm following that same principle. The pool already has a sleek outline, and even without water inside, I can clearly imagine how this relaxing outdoor space will become one of the highlights of our modern house. Now that the pool walls are finished, I start transforming the empty area around them into a comfortable place where someone would actually want to relax. I cover the entire patio with white concrete, giving the space a clean, seamless appearance that perfectly matches the modern style of the house. One reason architects love using large, light-colored surfaces is that they reflect much more sunlight than darker materials. Making outdoor areas feel brighter even on cloudy days. White patios also create a beautiful contrast against the blue water, helping the pool become the natural centerpiece of the backyard. Instead of filling every corner with decorations, I leave plenty of open walking space because modern landscape design follows the idea that simplicity often looks more luxurious than overcrowding an area with too many objects. With the patio complete, I begin building a pair of sun loungers using white concrete slabs and stairs. Combining these two block types allows me to create furniture that looks surprisingly realistic despite Minecraft's cubic shapes. Slabs lower the seating position, while stairs naturally imitate the angled backrest found on real lounge chairs. Outdoor furniture like this isn't placed randomly in luxury homes. Designers carefully position loungers so people can comfortably enjoy the sun, admire the view of the pool, or simply relax after a swim. Even a small seating area immediately makes the backyard feel lived in, telling a story about how people might actually spend time here instead of making the space look like a simple decoration. Once the loungers are finished, I focus on refining the edges of the pool itself. I place white carpets all along the top of the ice walls, creating a thin border that almost looks like polished stone surrounding the water. Carpets are one of those clever Minecraft building tricks that experienced builders use all the time. Because they're much thinner than full blocks, they hide harsh edges and create smoother transitions between different materials. Real swimming pools often feature narrow coping stones around the rim that protect the edges while giving the entire pool a neat, finished appearance. These white carpets recreate that effect surprisingly well, adding elegance without making the border look bulky. After stepping back to admire everything together, I can already tell the entire backyard feels much more complete. The crisp white patio, The carefully shaped loungers and the clean border surrounding the pool all work together to create a peaceful atmosphere. One interesting fact about modern outdoor design is that architects often treat gardens and pool areas as outdoor living rooms rather than separate spaces. Instead of focusing only on the house itself, they design every surrounding feature to feel like a natural extension of the interior. That's exactly what I'm trying to achieve here. Even before adding the water, this pool area already feels like the perfect place to spend a warm summer afternoon. Before filling the pool with water, I prepare the bottom using a trick that saves a lot of time later. I cover the entire floor with a temporary layer of dirt blocks, then pour water over the top. Since water spreads across solid surfaces much more evenly, this method allows me to create a perfectly calm pool without fighting annoying currents in every corner. Once every water source block is in place, I simply remove the dirt underneath, leaving behind a crystal clear pool with completely still water. Many experienced Minecraft builders rely on this technique when working with large pools, aquariums, or fountains, because it is both faster and far more reliable than placing dozens of water buckets one by one. It's a simple example of how understanding the game's mechanics can make building much more efficient while producing a cleaner final result. With the water looking perfect, I add the final decorative touches around the pool. I place several white carpets on top of the concrete patio beside the loungers, making them look like neatly folded beach towels waiting for someone to use them. Small details like these often make the biggest difference because they tell a story about how the space is meant to be enjoyed. Professional landscape designers call these lifestyle details, since they help people imagine themselves using the area rather than simply looking at it. A backyard doesn't need dozens of expensive decorations to feel realistic. Sometimes a couple of towels beside the pool instantly suggest a relaxing summer afternoon, making the entire outdoor area feel warm, welcoming, and full of life before anyone even steps into the house.
While Mikey puts the finishing touches on the pool, I join him and immediately begin working on the main structure of the house. Together, we mark out the footprint a little farther to the left and extend it toward the back of the property, so the building has plenty of space for large rooms inside. Instead of one person trying to do everything alone, we divide the work and build side by side, which is one of the smartest ways to tackle a large Minecraft project. Professional construction teams use the same principle because multiple crews can work on different sections of a building at the same time without slowing one another down. As long as everyone follows the same blueprint and uses the same materials, the final result looks completely seamless. For the floors, we choose white concrete because its smooth, bright texture perfectly suits modern architecture, while the walls of the first floor are built from gray concrete to create a clean but noticeable contrast. As the first floor begins taking shape, I keep checking that every wall lines up correctly with the floor beneath it. Good architecture depends on accurate proportions long before decorative details are added. Even a difference of one block can throw off the symmetry of an entire building, especially when large windows and flat roofs are added later. Modern houses are famous for their clean geometry, so precision is much more important than complexity. Rather than creating lots of small rooms with uneven walls, we focus on long, straight lines that make the building feel organized and spacious. It's amazing how quickly a collection of simple blocks starts resembling a real architectural blueprint when every measurement is carefully planned. Once the main outline is complete, I move over to the right side of the house where visitors will eventually enter. Here, I build a staircase from white concrete stairs that gently leads up to the front entrance. A staircase might seem like a small detail, but it has a surprisingly big influence on how people experience a building. Architects often think of the entrance as the transition between the outside world and the interior, so they try to make it feel inviting instead of abrupt. Wide, shallow steps are especially common in modern homes because they're comfortable to walk on and visually guide guests toward the front door. Using the same white concrete as the floors also helps the entrance feel naturally connected to the rest of the design. After finishing the staircase, I step back and look at everything we've built together so far. Even though the house is still only in its early stages, the overall composition is already easy to recognize. The pool sits neatly beside the future living space. The entrance has a clear path leading toward it, and the foundation establishes the proportions for everything we'll build next. One interesting fact about modern architecture is that many designers actually spend more time planning the layout than decorating the finished house. When the foundation, circulation paths, and room arrangement are carefully designed from the beginning, the rest of the project usually comes together much more naturally. That's exactly why Mikey and I are taking our time now. Every precise block we place at this stage will make the remaining construction much smoother.
I come back to the pool because there's one important job left before it can look perfect. Instead of filling the empty space with water right away, I first cover the entire bottom with a temporary layer of dirt. It may seem like a strange thing to do, but it's actually one of the smartest building tricks in Minecraft. When I pour water onto the dirt, the water spreads much more evenly, allowing me to create a pool filled entirely with source blocks. Once every section is completely still, I simply dig the dirt back out from underneath. This saves me from chasing annoying water currents around the pool and makes the whole process much faster. Experienced Minecraft builders often use this method for large fountains, aquariums, and swimming pools because understanding water mechanics is just as valuable as knowing how to build beautiful structures. A calm surface also looks far more realistic, especially in modern builds where clean lines and smooth reflections are an important part of the overall design. With the water finally crystal clear and perfectly still, I start adding the finishing touches around the pool area. I place several white carpets on top of the concrete beside the water, arranging them so they resemble neatly folded towels waiting for someone to relax after a swim. It's amazing how such tiny details can completely change the atmosphere of a build. Luxury resorts and private villas rarely leave the space around a pool empty. Instead, they decorate it with towels, lounge chairs, umbrellas, and small accessories that make the area feel inviting. Interior and landscape designers often say that these little objects help tell a story because they allow people to imagine themselves enjoying the space. Even though they're only carpets in Minecraft, they instantly make the backyard feel more realistic and lived in. Looking around now, the pool no longer appears to be just another structure beside the house. It feels like a relaxing outdoor retreat where someone could easily spend an entire sunny afternoon.
Now that the first floor is well underway, Mikey and I continue expanding the house together. Some of the exterior walls are built from oak logs instead of concrete, giving the facade a warmer and more natural appearance. One of the defining features of modern architecture is balancing cool industrial materials with natural ones. While concrete provides clean geometry and durability, wood introduces texture and warmth that prevents large buildings from feeling cold or lifeless. This combination has become incredibly popular in contemporary homes because the contrast makes each material stand out even more. Rather than covering the entire house with a single block type, we carefully alternate between gray concrete, white concrete, and oak, so every section has its own visual purpose while still fitting into one unified design. With the framework growing taller, we turn our attention to the floor of the first level. Instead of leaving it as plain concrete, we cover the entire surface with wooden planks. Wood instantly changes the atmosphere inside the house, making every room feel warmer and much more welcoming. It's interesting that many luxury homes use the same approach by combining concrete walls with hardwood flooring. The smooth walls provide a minimalist backdrop, while the natural grain of the floor adds character without making the interior look overly decorated. Large, uninterrupted wooden floors also help connect different rooms together, making the entire level feel more spacious and allowing future furniture layouts to flow naturally from one area to another. With the lower floor complete, we begin raising the second story. Building upward always feels exciting because the house suddenly starts looking much more impressive from a distance. Two-story homes offer much greater flexibility than single-level design since public spaces and private rooms can be separated naturally. In many modern houses, the ground floor is dedicated to kitchens, living rooms, and entertaining guests, while the upper floor becomes a quiet retreat with bedrooms and personal spaces. Following this principle not only makes the house more realistic, but also creates a logical layout that players can easily imagine using in survival or roleplay worlds. As we continue working, the white concrete walls of the second floor rise higher with every layer. I pay close attention to keeping the corners perfectly aligned because even a slight mistake becomes much more noticeable at this height. Straight edges are one of the biggest reasons modern homes look so clean and elegant. Unlike older architectural styles that rely on decorative ornaments, contemporary design often lets simple proportions become the main source of beauty. Every wall we complete strengthens the overall silhouette of the house, making it look increasingly sophisticated without adding unnecessary complexity. Finally, we finish the ceiling that ties the entire second floor together. Completing this stage is incredibly satisfying because the house is no longer just a collection of separate walls. It has become a fully enclosed structure. The ceiling also plays an important practical role, defining the proportions of every room below while preparing the building for its future interior. Architects often say that a successful home begins with a strong structural shell before any decoration is added, and I completely agree. Looking at the house now, it's easy to imagine where the bedrooms, living spaces, and large panoramic windows will soon be. Every major structural element is finally coming together, and the modern villa is starting to resemble the vision we had from the very beginning. As I take one last look around, I notice how well every material complements the others. The bright white concrete emphasizes the clean geometry, the gray walls create depth, and the oak adds just enough warmth to make the building feel inviting instead of sterile. Modern architecture isn't about using the most expensive materials. It's about choosing a small number of them wisely and allowing each one to play a specific role. That's exactly the philosophy we followed throughout this build. And now the entire house already looks balanced even before the windows and interior decoration are complete. The overall silhouette is becoming more impressive with every minute. From the front, the entrance draws your attention naturally, while from the side, the different wall depths and material changes create interesting shadows throughout the day. This is one of the reasons architects spend so much time refining a building's proportions before worrying about decoration. If the structure itself looks beautiful, the finishing touches simply enhance what's already there. Standing back and looking at our progress, I'm confident that the house already captures the clean, luxurious feeling that makes modern homes so recognizable.
I can see that the second floor is almost complete, so I focus on finishing the final structural details before moving indoors. I build the entire back wall from white concrete, making sure every line stays perfectly straight and matches the clean geometry of the rest of the house. For the front, I choose black glass panes instead of ordinary windows because they create a dramatic contrast against the bright white walls. This combination has become one of the most recognizable features of modern architecture. Dark tinted glass gives buildings a sleek, premium appearance, while also making the large window surfaces stand out without looking overwhelming. Many luxury villas around the world use black window frames and tinted glazing for exactly this reason. The darker glass reflects the surrounding landscape during the day, creating a mirror-like effect that makes the exterior feel even more sophisticated. As I place the final panes, the front of the house instantly becomes much more elegant, and the entire second floor finally looks complete from every angle. While I'm busy finishing these last sections upstairs, JJ takes care of making the outside surroundings feel much more alive. I can already see him placing a campfire beside the first floor, where it creates a cozy gathering spot that will look especially beautiful once the sun goes down. After that, he begins filling the flower beds with colorful flowers and carefully adds leafy bushes around the entrance and the yard. Landscaping is one of the last things many builders think about, but it often has one of the biggest impacts on the final result. Even the most beautiful modern house can feel empty if it's surrounded by plain grass, while a few carefully placed plants immediately make the property look welcoming and realistic. Professional landscape designers often use greenery to soften the sharp lines of concrete buildings, creating a pleasant balance between architecture and nature. Looking at everything together now, the combination of clean white walls, dark glass, vibrant flowers, and rich green leaves makes the entire house feel less like a construction project and more like a real luxury home, ready for someone to move in.
I know Mikey has done a great job with the exterior, but interior design has always been my favorite part of building. So I decide to take over from here. The first thing I want is an elegant connection between the two floors, so I build a spiral staircase right in the middle of the house. A staircase isn't just a way to move upstairs, it also becomes one of the main visual features of the interior. Spiral staircases are especially popular in modern homes because they occupy much less floor space than wide straight staircases while still looking stylish. Their curved shape also softens the sharp angles created by concrete walls and large windows, making the entire interior feel more balanced. As each step comes together, the center of the house immediately feels more complete and much more interesting to look at. With the staircase finished, I begin furnishing the front section of the first floor by creating a spacious modern kitchen. I carefully arrange the cabinets, kitchen counters, and a large refrigerator so everything looks neat and practical. Modern kitchens are designed around convenience with storage, preparation areas, and appliances positioned close to one another to reduce unnecessary movement while cooking. This planning principle is used by professional interior designers because a beautiful kitchen should also be comfortable to use every day. I keep the layout simple instead of overcrowding the room, allowing plenty of open space so the entire first floor continues to feel bright and spacious. Next, I place a dining table with matching chairs beside the kitchen, creating a welcoming area where family and friends could gather together. Open dining spaces have become extremely common in modern homes because they naturally connect the kitchen with the living room instead of separating them with walls. This makes conversations easier and allows sunlight from the large windows to spread across the entire floor. After that, I move to the other side of the room, where I add wardrobes for clothes and shoes, comfortable sofas, a stylish dressing table, and finally a large carpet beneath the seating area. The carpet helps organize the room visually by defining a cozy relaxation space without building additional walls. It's a simple design trick that's used in many real houses to make open interiors feel organized while still preserving their spacious atmosphere. As I step back to admire the completed first floor, I'm happy with how every piece of furniture works together. Nothing feels out of place, and every object has a purpose instead of simply filling empty space. One of the biggest goals of modern interior design is achieving a balance between beauty and functionality. Rather than decorating every corner, designers carefully choose furniture that makes daily life easier while maintaining a clean appearance. Looking around the room now, I can easily imagine someone cooking in the kitchen, eating at the dining table, relaxing on the sofa, or welcoming guests into this bright open space. The interior finally matches the elegant architecture we built outside. Now, it's time to transform the second floor into a comfortable private space. I begin with the bedroom by placing a large bed in the center of the room, followed by a bedside table and a lamp beside it. Bedrooms in modern homes are usually designed to feel calm and uncluttered because they're meant to help people relax after a busy day. Instead of filling every corner with decorations, designers often leave open space around the furniture so the room feels larger and more peaceful. The lamp beside the bed isn't just decorative either. Soft lighting creates a much cozier atmosphere than bright ceiling lights, especially during the evening. Even in Minecraft, adding several different light sources instead of relying on one makes interiors feel much warmer and more realistic. Once the sleeping area is complete, I focus on creating a place for both entertainment and learning. I install several bookshelves using both vanilla blocks and decorative modded furniture, then place a television nearby along with wardrobes for clothes and shoes and another comfortable sofa. Large collections of books have always been a symbol of knowledge. And even though many people now read digitally, home libraries remain a popular feature in luxury houses. Mixing shelves with entertainment furniture also helps the room feel more natural because real bedrooms often serve several purposes rather than being used only for sleeping. Every piece of furniture adds another layer of personality, making the room feel like it truly belongs to someone. To finish the second floor, I add an enchanting table, a brewing stand, and a cauldron filled with water before laying carpets across the floor to make the entire room feel softer and more welcoming. These Minecraft-specific features turn the bedroom into something unique that couldn't exist in the real world, blending modern architecture with the magical side of the game. I like combining realistic interior design with practical gameplay because the house becomes both beautiful and useful. Standing back and looking around, I feel satisfied with everything we've built together. From the elegant swimming pool outside to the carefully furnished rooms upstairs, every section of the modern house follows the same design philosophy. Clean lines, balanced materials, practical layouts, and thoughtful details. The result is a home that isn't just impressive to look at, it also feels like a place where someone could genuinely enjoy spending time. Great! Our modern house is ready! Great.
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.